In today's video, we take a look at the PS5 and backwards compatibility, and there's a whole lot of other gaming news in today's video, so let's get into it. Here we go, back at it yet again with another video. G'day guys, I'm Cham Chong, and if you end up enjoying today's video, you know what to do. You make sure you smack that like button real good. But anyway guys, we've got a whole lot of gaming news to get to in today's video. Like seriously, there's a bunch of stuff to get into, but the first thing is something I have to apologize for not even reporting 2 days ago, and it's something actually massive, which is crossplay between the PS4 and the PS5 with backwards compatibility. I have no idea how I forgot to report on this news, but I apologize. I'm truly sorry. But Sony has confirmed that PS5 players and PS4 players will be able to play together. Basically, Sony doesn't really believe that people will quickly drop from their PlayStation 4s in favor of the upcoming PlayStation 5. A lot of people will stick with their PS4s and PS4 Pros for most likely another 2 to 3 years from when the PS5 is released. This happens pretty much every generation. Now, the interesting thing here is that Sony wants to make cross-generational games playable online together. For example, this goes for any game such as like Battlefield or Call of Duty or FIFA or anything along those lines where it's pretty much out on both systems at around the same time. What I should say is that those games are out on both generations. So it'll be the generation that was just the most recent one and then the brand new one coming out or that has just come out. This usually happens for a few years after one of the new console generations come out. We also still have a lot of games coming out yearly, and these are usually these yearly franchises. These every single year that we see these games, the big ones, as I said, FIFA, Call of Duty, all the sports games and shooter games that are out every single year. Now, essentially what would happen here is that you could jump onto your PS4 if you've still got a PS4 at the time, and then your mate who just got the brand new PlayStation 5 console, they are going to be on the same game, and then you'll be put in the same lobby, and that's how cross-generational online gameplay is going to work most likely. And honestly, I think this is a wonderful thing. I don't know how I didn't make an actual full-on news report about this. I even read it. I remember reading through it, and it must have just slipped through my mind, and I continued doing other videos, and I completely missed it. My apology. And I really don't know how I forgot, because this is actually just really awesome news from Sony. I think this is going to be one of the biggest features, and it's going to be interesting to see how they actually implement it over time. Obviously, at the start, Sony is going to allow this for a lot of games. It's going to be one of the biggest things, and I think Xbox should 100% do the exact same thing. Allow this, because there's that awkward period of going from one console generation to the next, and it's going to be interesting because at first, for like the 3 to 4 years when the new console is out, it's going to be cool, but then eventually developers are going to make games a lot better for the next generation, the PS5 and the next Xbox. So the PS4, the PS4 Pro, and the Xbox One and Xbox One X, they're going to be kind of left behind. They might eventually just allow for the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro, but we don't really know at this point in time. Most likely it's going to be like 3 to 4 years, and they might put you in specific lobbies. It really depends. But overall, I just think this is a great feature. I can't wait to see exactly what games end up doing this. Obviously, I said all those yearly franchises that get released every single year, we'll probably see those. But it's also going to be interesting to see some indie games do that, and even just overall, like, what big titles also do that. So I'm definitely excited, but we've got some other gaming news regarding PlayStation. Not so awesome news. It's actually some legal stuff. A lot of you guys tweeted this at me yesterday, but I wasn't feeling too well to make a video. And basically, Sony is now under investigation by the ACCC for allegedly misleading Australian gamers. If you don't know, the ACCC is the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission, just to make sure everybody knows that. Because yesterday it was revealed that the ACCC has been undertaking proceedings in the federal court against Sony Interactive Entertainment for making false or misleading representations to Australian consumers on both its website and the PlayStation Store. Now, this report comes from pressstart.com.au, so basically this relates to Sony's controversial refund policy, which is widely spoken about in recent time. In particular, the ACCC has alleged that Sony Europe has told consumers that it did not have to provide refunds for games that had been downloaded or if 14 days had passed since purchase. The ACCC has said that this is not in line with Australian consumer laws. And here is a direct quote from ACCC Chair Rod Sims. "We allege that Sony Europe gave false and misleading information to their customers about their rights in relation to games sold via its PlayStation Store. Consumer guarantees do not expire after a digital product has been downloaded, as we allege Sony Europe told consumers, and refunds must be given in the form of original payment unless the consumer chooses to receive it in store credit." Now, I know that this only affects us Australian gamers because this is the ACCC looking into this, but basically, I think this is a good thing that they are looking into it. And we understand that Sony is an international company, but they're obviously going to specific countries, and when they're in Australia, they've got to go by Australian law, which is that they can't screw us over the way they've kind of been screwing us over for a while. And this is great. Hopefully the ACCC cracks down on this 100% and we actually get a full-on change in the refund policy here in Australia, the way that Sony actually goes about it on the PlayStation Store, because that would be huge. A lot of people get screwed over this way, and it's great that gamers will no longer get screwed over if the ACCC has its way and the consumer laws do take effect on PlayStation and their online store. I'll definitely keep you guys up to date on this because this is actually really big news for us Australians, but I'm not going to bore all the international viewers out there. Hopefully they've got their consumer laws in tight order. I don't really know. I only focus on the Australian stuff personally, but yeah, let's get on to the next news report on today's show. And it's that finally we have a release date for Death Stranding. So Death Stranding will be available on November 8 on the PlayStation 4. So a brand new trailer has been released and it revealed the release date. So if you guys want to check out the trailer, it is linked down below. I can't show you the whole thing, but basically here's something else I can show you is this. So there is a standard edition of the game that's going to be available on November 8, but you do get a whole lot of pre-order bonus content, which is pretty awesome. You can see right there, you got some sunglasses, you got a gold armor plate, a gold hat, a gold speed skeleton. So there's all this stuff that's going to just make your player look a little cooler, I guess. Nothing too crazy, but it's pretty cool that they're doing this, adding in some extra cosmetics right there. Nothing that'll make your player actually better, but it looks like a really, really interesting game. Obviously, this is coming from Hideo Kojima. It does star Norman Reedus. I forgot his name the other day. I just call him Daryl from The Walking Dead. But this game is probably one of the most hyped up things. Then there is a Death Stranding Special Edition, also available on November 8, 2019. And you get a custom steelbook. You do get some extra sunglasses and then all the other stuff on top of that. So it is pretty cool that they're doing that. But on top of that, there is a Death Stranding Digital Deluxe Edition, also available on November 8. So you can see right here, you also get a bunch of other exclusive in-game stuff on top of that. But that is actually going to be probably the most expensive version of the game, except for the reason that there is also a collector's edition available on that same date for Death Stranding. And I can't believe it. They've got 4 editions for this game, which is just ridiculous. They're clearly banking that this is going to be a massive, massive game, because you can see right here, there is the custom steelbooks, everything that I've listed. Then you've got all this weird stuff that comes inside this big box. I don't even know what to call it. It's like a medical kit, sort of scientific kit, but it looks really cool, and that thing is going to retail for $200 US. That's just insane. So basically going to be like $250 here in Australia, and that is kind of getting out there. I don't know if I'll end up getting this. I don't know if I'm that hyped for this game. Obviously, it's going to be a good game. Obviously, it's made by Hideo Kojima, who is a genius when it comes to video games and just creating immense experiences. And I don't know if I want to spend that much on a... That's just insane, but it does look pretty cool. So it's going to be interesting to see how well this actually sells. Probably might only be a certain amount of them, so they might actually sell out, but we don't really know. So let's anyway get into the next news report on today's video, which is for everyone who is excited for Cyberpunk 2077. So there is going to be an E3 2019 public demo presentation, but something weird. It won't be streamed or uploaded online. So over on Cyberpunk 2077's Discord channel, CD Projekt Red, who are behind the game, confirmed that the public E3 2019 demo presentation won't be streamed or uploaded online. While every E3 attendee will be able to see the presentation, CD Projekt Red stated that the recordings won't be allowed. This is actually kind of interesting and a strange way to go about it, but it also does kind of create an exclusivity sort of club for just people that go to E3, which is cool in a way, but it also means that it's just going to come down to a ton of people trying to secretly record it and probably get in trouble for leaking footage and things like that. And at the end of the day, we live in a social media age. You might as well just allow that stuff online, and that's just my opinion. But then again, it comes down to their creative right. This is what they want to do at CD Projekt Red with their brand new game. Obviously, this game has been in the making for years. Like, seriously, they've been putting so much work in this game. So I kind of have to sit back and go, I have to respect the decisions we do. It's their creative process. They want to go about it this way. Apparently, it's going to be in a theater setting. There are going to be a couple of showings of it. So yeah, there might even be a gameplay, full-on gameplay stuff. We don't exactly know how much they're going to show, but it is pretty cool that they're actually finally showing this game off because it does look incredible. I'm definitely going to get this on the PC because I want to max this game out and I want to have the best experience possible, and that's probably where it's going to be. And it does look pretty awesome. So yeah, some kind of sad news regarding Cyberpunk because you won't get to see it all, but it's just how it is. But anyway, now we move on to our final news report on today's video. And man, it feels like I've been talking forever in this video. There's just so much gaming news today. And there's actually more, but we might even have to leave that for tomorrow because we have this final news report here, which is about Call of Duty 2019, which is Modern Warfare. And well, we actually have some leaks regarding the game. So tomorrow we'll probably find out everything officially, but just like in the meantime, we have some leaks. So the game is going to be out in October. And on top of that, we do have some screenshots that were posted online. So basically, you can see this here. There's also some footage that has kind of gone out online here and there, but I can't legally show you that stuff. But this is about the most I can show you. So they accidentally have this going up on the channel, and you could kind of hover your mouse over it like you do on a thumbnail, and you could see stuff. But now that has actually changed. I'm pretty sure they've fixed that. But you can sort of just see a little bit of a preview of the Modern Warfare game. So it does look like it's going to be a pretty big game this year, and a lot of people are excited for it that have seen it in private sessions. And I think that this game does have potential, but then again, I really don't know if I really want to get my hopes up for another Call of Duty game. I guess I'll kind of sort of make up my mind if I want to get hyped for this game or not tomorrow. Like tomorrow, or I guess in like 8 hours or so from posting this video, most likely. I think that's when the reveal officially is. So we've still got a few hours. So most likely, even when you see this video at first, you'll just have to wait a few hours, or it may already be out. So we'll find out more about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I think it's strange that they're just completely reusing a name because they completely reuse the same game every single year, and now they've gotten to the creative point of going, we'll just use something from 10 years ago. And they actually remastered Call of Duty Modern Warfare just a couple of years ago, and now they're reusing the name again. I don't know. I feel like they've kind of run the course on this franchise. But hey, at the end of the day, it still sells heaps of copies. I just want to get an awesome campaign. I'm pretty sure they have put an actual campaign in this game. It's not just all online stuff. It's not just all kind of game modes. It does have the official mode of the Call of Duty franchise that made it really big at first, which is the campaign. So it's going to be interesting to see how they remaster / redo this, recreate, and I don't know exactly what they're going to do. We'll find out. We'll find out in just a matter of hours, realistically. So anyway, guys, that does it for today's gaming news. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you smack that like button real good. Anyway, yeah, if you're a brand new viewer around here, make sure you click that subscribe button with that notification bell on. And yeah, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.